All right, Brinsky. So we're going to do a little video on demand. So you demanded some long division problems for review. I got it right here for you. So this is almost as good as Netflix. So, so we're going to divide 48 divided by 3. So what does that mean? Well, we need to figure out what multiplies by 3 to make 48. And we can set that up in a long division structure, and we should, where the thing that we're dividing by goes outside, and the thing that we're dividing goes on the inside. And then, just like the video, we ask ourselves some questions. So we start with, how many times does 3 go into 4? Or does 3 even go into 4? And it does. 3 goes into 4 one time. So we put the 1 right there, and we multiply. 1 times 3 is 3. And then we subtract. 4 minus 3 is 1. Then we bring down the next thing, which is an 8. Then we ask ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 18? And the answer is 6, because 6 times 3 is 18. 18 is there, and we subtract, and we got no remainder, so our answer is 16. So I hope that was helpful. So this one had no remainder. This one is going to have a remainder. So 57 divided by 4, so like I said, the 4 goes on the outside, 57 goes on the inside, and again, we just go through the process. So, does 4 go into 5? Yes, it does. It goes in once. So put a 1 right up there, and it could be 2, 3, or 4, with different numbers. We'll see that later. So 1 times 4 is 4, and again, we subtract, and 5 minus 4 is 1, and 7. So now we say, all right, well, does 4 go into 17 evenly? Nope. But what number can we multiply by 4 to get us close to 17, but not over 17? Well, we know that 4 times 4 is 16, and that's close to 17, but not over. So that's the one we want. We want 4. So then we multiply 4 times 4 is 16. And we subtract, and we get 1. So we have 1 left over. And the question is, what do we do with that 1? So we have a couple of choices, but the one that's going to make the most sense for what we're doing in the class is we're going to put the remainder over the thing we divided by. So this is going to be 14 and a quarter. And there's our answer. That's with a remainder, 14 and a quarter. Okay, so let's look at something a little more challenging here. So 568 divided by 9, so we're going to do a little bit bigger number, and we're going to find out also something else. 568. All right, so does 9 go into 5? Well, no, it doesn't, because 5 is smaller than 9, so that's not a thing. So, but does 9 go into 56? And so the way we figure that out is, well, the answer is yes, of course. But so the way we figure that out is we try to find a number that when we multiply it by 9, it gets us close to 56, but not going over. So if we kind of go through the numbers here a little bit, so 9 times 3 is 27. Well, that's not very close to 56. Let's try a bigger number. Let's try 9 times 4. Well, that's 36. Not over, but not very close either. And 9 times 5 is 45. Getting closer, but I think we can still do better. 9 times 6 is 54. That's the one we want because that's really close to 56, but not over. So 6 is the one we're looking for right here. And then we just go through that whole process that we've gone over a couple times. We take the number on the top, multiply what we're dividing by, and put it down here. So 6 times 9 is 54. And then we subtract. 6 minus 4 is 2. 5 minus 5 is nothing. Bring down the next number. And again, we're in the same kind of situation as we just were. Does 9 go into 28 evenly? Nope, it doesn't. But we can get close because 9 times 3 is 27. So 3 times 9. So we multiply again. So we're at the top here. So we take the top number, multiply it by the number over here, put that number down here, and we subtract again. 8 minus 7 is 1. And so we have 63 and 1 over 9. 63 and 1/9. So division is really just a process of repeatedly asking ourselves, how many times does this thing go into the next item here, either the 5 or the 56 or the 2 or the 28, and then putting that answer up here, multiplying, putting that down here, and subtracting. We just keep doing that over and over and over, those steps over and over. And then I got one more problem for you, a little more challenging, numbers are a little bit bigger. So here we got 519 divided by 12. So we're going to divide by a 2-digit number this time. So it's the same process, 12 on the outside, 519 on the inside. So is 12 going to 5? Certainly not. Is 12 going to 51? Not evenly, but we can get close because we know that 12 times 4 is 48. So we put so again, the question was, how many times does 12 go into this thing here? The answer to that question goes up there, as close as we can get anyway. And then once we have that answer up here, we take that answer here, multiply it by that number there, and put the result down here. So 4 times 12 is 48. And then we subtract. 51 minus 48 is 3. Bring down the 9. And the process starts all over again. We ask the same question. How many times does 12 go into 39? 3. We can get close with 3. So that number goes up here. What do we do with that number? Take that number, multiply by that one, and put the answer down here. So 3 times 12 is 36. And what do we do after that? We subtract again, just like we did up there. It's the same process, repeated over and over. So 39 minus 36 is 3. And so now we got 3 over 12. That's going to be our fractional remainder piece. So 3 divided by 12, of course, is the same as 1/4 when we reduce it down. So 43 and 1/4. Hopefully that video was helpful. And yeah, if you have more questions, ask, and maybe I'll have to make you another video. So, hey, enjoy the weather today. It's great. Be safe.